It's another Reaction Thursday where we learn how to anticipate and react faster in the game. Learn how to react faster in the game, and they'll know we ain't the same. Go gang! Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, and comment to our content. We are here to help you turn from cheese to the macaroni and cheese, man. Yeah, it's another Reaction Thursday for you guys today. Today we're going to learn how to tackle in football while running, really learn how to close in on tackles. I see a lot of times people will just kind of lunge at people, or they don't really know how to get themselves together and going into a tackle. So we're going to really learn how to do this and really go into the basics of it, especially with safeties and linebackers and corners. There's going to be a lot of times you're going to be tackling in space. So you need to really learn this now, and you need to learn this now, especially when you're playing high school ball where teams are spreading out, and even going into college. So first and foremost, we have to understand that you have to be going full speed to the ball. Like, I don't know how else to say this. Like, you got to be, your pursuit game got to be on 100, man. You can't be out here panty wasting to the ball, out here jogging to the ball. You're gonna get yourself hurt out there. And you also got to understand, you got to be under control. Like, yeah, you got to run your fastest, and when you're running your fastest, it's hard to control yourself. But think of a car. Like, when a car is going into a turn, it doesn't turn at full speed. If it turns at full speed, the passengers won't be safe, the driver won't be safe. Everything will be swerving around in the car. Same thing with you as a player. When you're going into changing directions, if you're going into making a tackle, you need to make sure that you are breaking down. And a lot of times, like when we're tackling in the closed area, breaking down is just dipping our hips, and we're really kind of just getting our feet under us and shuffling. And this is a little different when you're running full speed to the ball. So we're going to see Paris Ford here, my favorite player, Diddy from the city. And as you guys are going to see, I'm actually just going to circle with the mouse key. He's right here. He's pursuing to the ball. Play's already started. Quarterback got the ball, and he's not playing around. Like, he's really going full tilt to the ball. He's not playing with him. He's catching him at an angle. 1, 2, bang. Now I'm gonna rewind this so you guys can see. His last 2 steps, he made sure he was under control. And that's the second point. In order to make a great tackle, you got to be under control. Like, I understand you're running full speed, but like when you're going into the tackle, you got to be under control. You got to make sure you have your legs under you. And that's one thing he does. He gets his power from his last 2 steps before he initiates contact. And that's one thing you kind of want to practice, like when you're going into tackles. In season, when you have these tackles, try to make sure you're under control for the last 2 steps and then explode. You don't want to come to a complete stop ever, but you want to slow down from like 100% to like 80, 100 to like 85. You want to slow down just that little bit. It's that little bit that's going to make you get the power into going into tackle. And also, if a guy decides to cut back or juke or anything, you're right there. So literally look how he gets his power from his last 2 steps. 1, 2, bang, and the ball comes out. Playing no games. That's where he gets the tackle from. His tackle now, he generated a lot of force from the full speed of his pursuit, but at the same time, his last 2 steps helped him get under control and helped him really bang into the quarterback. And as you see, that yeah, come on, man, look at him, dog. P. Diddy. But just like I said, we're going to look at another clip on 29 seconds. And this is the same play. 1, 2. He comes in, screen out of nowhere, just bangs him. And look, they play the handoff. He's right here, full pursuit to the ball. He doesn't really 1, 2 right there, but as you can see, he doesn't really explode into him, but he does 1, 2. Now, we're going to call this the 1, 2. Really getting yourself under control. And as you can see, he's flying to the ball. He's right here. He sees him, 1, 2. He gets into the contact. He slowed down just that half little bit. Like, he slowed down from 100 to 85%. Remember, we're not going to 50%. We're not going into a jog. We're not going into a slow walk. Like, we're literally slowing down that little bit percent just so we're under control. We have our legs under us and we can explode into the opposition. 104, let's check 104. And just like we said, man, we want to make sure we're really pursuing to the ball, man. We don't want to BS this. He's right here. Once again, safety. Linebackers, y'all have to pay attention to this too, man. I know a lot of linebackers is watching the channel. Y'all watch this too, man. And look, as the quarterback runs downhill, he's like, okay. Now look, he's in full sprint. He sees him. Now, sometimes a lot of people are like, oh, well, maybe I have to come downhill. Coming downhill helps. That helps. But from his position as a safety, he knows nothing has to get ahead of him. So he wants to make sure that he can catch him one-on-one, and that if he comes downhill, it could become a problem. If he comes downhill, there's a possibility he could cut back. There's a blocker right here. There's a possibility he could run into a teammate. He wants to catch him one-on-one. He's like, at this angle, I could catch this guy one-on-one. Now look, he makes a move. He slows him down. Oh my goodness, come on, man. That's textbook. That's textbook. The guy slows him down just a little bit, slows him down, and he gets the free cleanup duty. Now look, hopefully they show that again, but they probably won't. No, they didn't. So look, as dude comes off the spin, he comes out of nowhere, but he slows down. He's prepared. That's the thing you gotta remember. You gotta be under yourself. You gotta make sure your legs are under you while you're going into this hit. You can't just be catching yourself all lollygagging. Now look, he pursuits, and because even because he had to change his pursuit angle. Initially, he was like, I'm gonna catch him right here, but because number 9 slows him down with the spin and he breaks the tackle, he's able to break down, change his angle, and go into the tackle. That's perfect. That's textbook. That's exactly what we want. Now look, pay attention to this again. I'm gonna break it down to y'all again. Because he slowed down, because he was able to slow down to 85%. He's at 100. He slows down to 85. Okay. Now he sees him, he explodes into him. Changes direction. This is reactive. This is at an instant. This isn't just, this isn't planned. This is at an instant. So you got to make sure that you're practicing this 1-2. Now, when you're in this 1-2, you got to be under control. The 1-2, man, that's what we're going to start calling it. Get your 1-2 game together. Now, last clip. This is the last clip we're going to look at. He's not even in the screen. He's right here, but he's not into the screen yet. And come on, man. He sees him. He's like, it's straight boom time. And this is obviously a replay clip because somebody drew on the screen. They drew him going downhill. No, he's coming downhill. He's not playing. And he know he's gonna catch him at this angle. Look, let's see what his 1-2 game is looking like. 1-2. Come on, bro. He just ran right into him. 1-2. Exploded right into him. So remember, we gotta make sure we're running full speed to the ball at a good pursuit angle. We gotta make sure in order to have a great tackle, we are under control. So we're slowing down from 100% to 85%. And you also want to make sure that you get your 2 gather steps into exploding into contact. Peace.
Check this video out on the screen if you want to be mean on that green, or real on that field, or extort on that court. The No Baller Left Behind Act supports this video. You feel me?